Blessed good people, love and honor. I was thinking about time. I've been hearing a lot of people say that time don't exist, it's an illusion. From my observation, time is space. You can't really separate the two, you know. I mean, a man can ask, if you stand still, is time moving? Well, it's not individualized, we're subjected to space, and time is a measurement, from one place, one point to another, So the reason I was thinking about time is because I was thinking about AD and BC, Just recently, there was talks about, within the pandemic discussion, about the Great Reset, involving banking systems and finances and so on and so forth. I mean, you would wonder why there would need to be a Great Reset, because the money is already controlled fully by certain groups of people. So when I think about that transition from BC to this period, the Common Era, it makes sense. It had to be a reset. But the irony of all that is, why is this figure known as Christ involved in all of that? And I began to think to myself that this Christ seems to be a mindset. There was a previous mindset, and in order for things to change, that mindset had to change. So they had to affect time. That is how ambitious man is. Time is infinite, but for some reason, man thinks that he can reset time. So it's basically a reset of an order for control's sake. That is where the illusion comes from. The Gregorian calendar. Now there's some places in the world that their time differs than the time influenced by Europe. But nevertheless, it's not too far off. That is the irony. I guess everybody has their way of controlling the reality, the subjection. I guess I came to this thinking because I was thinking about the Morocco situation and the way that they dealt with those people, melanated people, trying to get to Spain or to Europe or whatever. And you hear the word Morocco and you think of Moor, you think of black, melanated. You see all these regions that these other tribes live in and occupy. These are previous conquered lands. So it's like a symbol and a sign to show Oh, when these people control these lands and they conquer them through bloodshed, the way that they operate is that you are no longer important or significant. You have no claims to that place. You see, like how they say, what was in the beginning shall be in the end. In a microcosm kind of example of that is we all go back to root at some point. You know what I'm saying? They say man come from the earth. I don't know how true is that, but we do know that our bodies do go back to the earth. I think that the most potent part of us is the creator, that spirit part. But the irony is all things exist forever. Because you can't really escape space. You're part of something that has always been here. But you think of Morocco, you think of Australia, you think of the Western Hemisphere, North America and Canada, all the lands that were colonized. These people have such a foothold on everything, the laws, the God, the banking system, the curriculums. But Morocco, I would assume that Morocco is mostly Islamic. So even in that sense, there was a great reset. Because before, there was a different concept. There was Christ, there was God, there was, the Mashiach, they had those ancient prophets. But ironically, in the Quran, a lot of these men are in the Quran also. Originally, Islam was not called Islam. It was called Mohammedanism. Think about that for a second. It was called by the name of the man who they say wrote those scriptures, or who got those scriptures from the angel to write. Mohammedanism. You will hear Islamic people say that the creator is not all things because he's outside of that. But ironically, in its inception, it was Mohammedanism, the man. You know why that is? That was because of Christ. Islam is a direct competitor to what they now call Christianity. Or I don't know if they want to say Judaism. But it's a direct competitor. So now if we conquer these people, we have to take their philosophies and concepts to create civilization. So of course, Islam would be called by the name of a man. They can't escape that. They say that the Quran has not been tampered with. So how come the name has changed from Mohammedanism to Islam? How is it that these conquerors always feel like the original people will not come back for their land? How they feel like they have so much right? I know we live in a system where, you need papers, you need visa, you need green card, you need passport, so on and so forth. But maybe it was not supposed to be so. The politics and the religions of the world is what has corrupted the place. So there's no connection There's no true network of love and spirituality between people of different ethnicities or whatever the case may be. You know? But yeah, is there going to be another great reset? Can there be? I mean, things are documented differently in this time, but still there's a lot of confusion, you know. There's a lot of confusion. Individually, you know, we can't do it. Only thing we can do individually is to keep our dignity and our pride. You know, you can't just totally give in to the subjection, to the conquerors, the invaders, the foreigners. You know, almost every melanated nation has been invaded, conquered, brought into this system of banking, economics, and trade. And although there have been so many militant people, intelligent people, I'm not sure if we can see ourselves outside of that construct. You know, it has to be that way or the highway. You know, their way or no way. But maybe this whole system is a bastardization. Maybe the original system was a form of this, but in a purer sense. You know, the amount of bloodshed to conquer these lands. That is how passionate they were to be on top. When initially, for melanated people, maybe it wasn't about being on top. Maybe it was just about living. You know? So it's like they make the world even harder. More hard, you know? More difficult. Especially for us. And it's sad. A lot of people that think, you know, everything is alright. You can work, you can make money. They have an opportunity. But really and truly, some people simply just go through more of a fight. It's opportunity, but it's not equal. This is why everybody, most melanated people, are consistently fighting for rights. But when you see on a global scale that they can take whatever they want whenever they want, check it out. Europeans left from the Caucasus Mountains over time and ended up on the southern tip of Africa. That is how ambitious they were to create apartheid. Can you imagine? That far away. That is how ruthless they are. To go so far. You know? I'm positive that the Aborigine, you know, forgive me if anybody who is native to Australia sees this. I don't think that they would like to be called Aborigine, you know. But up to today, there's a fight. These natives can't say, you know what, we want back everything. You need to leave. You'd massacre them. Do you know how many tribes have been wiped out? When they create these terms that they call population control, they've been doing that for thousands of years. thousands of years population control. They say the earth have between 7 and 8 billion people. Suppose it's really supposed to have about 30 billion. You know, man may say, well, you know, the world can't sustain 30 billion people. I think that is a lie. If you have people who respect nature and respect other people, everything can work. Maybe that's even a low figure. You know? Life is just a mistake that a man think that he can reset time to control a particular people. Y'all may have heard me say it before. It is all about melanated people, no matter what it is. No matter if it's religion, politics, technology, real estate. It is all about melanated people. Everything actually concerns us. Roe versus Wade and all these foolishness, melanated people. There's a connection always to melanated people. And I'm not just talking everyday melanated people. I'm also talking about people with woolly hair, 9 ether. I'm talking about those people, the different people. You know, when you conquer land, you rape the women. Just like in a lion pride. If a male defeat one male, that male go and kills all the young cubs so that his lineage can go forward. And that is exactly what they do. You know? Man, it hurt me to see these systems and groups try to act like they're morally upstanding. They say Obama was the first black president, you know. But somebody made a statement the other night. I was watching a program and they were like, Obama never made an official visit to Haiti. But believe it or not, Haiti is a big thing in the Western Hemisphere. Bigger than what people would believe. It's not even a whole island, it's a half an island. There's Hispaniola on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I watched this program with this young man. A guy was doing a review on a video. So apparently this guy died twice. I guess he had a bunch of seizures. And apparently he said he went to hell. So he kept saying that look, heaven and hell is real, because he spoke to the devil. He just kept saying that over and over. Never said what the devil looked like. He said he was talking to the devil. Never said what he talked about. But then he said that God told him it wasn't his time yet. But he never mentioned that he was in heaven, he was in hell. And he was coming from a Christian perspective. We have to remember there are many cultures on this planet. And everybody may not gravitate to Christ or Christianity. I would find it hard to believe that the Creator, or let's use God in this instance, would be so irresponsible as to make everyone go to hell if they did not believe in Him. There has to be another system. There has to be something else in place for further existence. It cannot be so just cut and dry like what we think. We as mortals do not know everything, you know. Right here on earth, with the way that things run, we don't know everything. It's not that time is an illusion. Illusions are created by men to control They can reset time. They can reset the banking system. They can reset the laws. Slavery is still happening on this planet. And these people rightfully think that it is their right to have slaves. And many of these people are religious people. They will open a book and show you. See it right there? But they will never tell you that these books are copies of other books, other scriptures, other philosophies of melanated people. They have bastardized everything. They have bastardized these religions. They try to put one up on us to say that theirs is better. To justify their occupants in these regions. These places that are not theirs. These lands that are not theirs. No matter if they've been there for 1,000 years, 2,000 years. They are liars and thieves. Murderers and rapists. That is what they are. I hope Morocco get a judgment for the world to see. And all these Islamic states that act as if they are better than melanated people. It's a disappointment that many melanated people follow these religions. It's a big disappointment that we have become so feeble that we even have to use the enemy's tools to give us some sense of peace. Can we be that hopeless? Like I say, man, religion creates laziness. It's an illusion that you're getting closer to the Creator, but it's pushing you farther away. So, since they can reset and they can manipulate time, I would only hope that the melanated man decides to manipulate time for himself, for a good cause, for the cause of liberty and freedom from those types of devils and liars, tricksters, you know. Can you imagine the hatred that must be inside of you to wipe out the people and try to justify it? Because they may not agree with you, or they may say, no, you can't take what is mine. Conquer them, take them, kill the men, interbreed, and raise the children with these new thoughts and ideas. Create justice systems and courts. How many people have suffered from these imbalances that can never be given back? And their children are still suffering. To this day. It's a sad place. It's a sad position. You know enough people would say, yo, why are you complaining? I'm not complaining, I'm just speaking out loud. And a camera just happened to be in front of me. Time put it there. We can't have anything unless we go from one point to another. So, we manipulate time by default, but some people are so ambitious they feel that the time that they put in, the time that they put in should affect certain people. Greedy bastards. Their mothers didn't teach them a thing, and their fathers were worthless men. Their forefathers were dirty. You know, you have histories of certain people trying to emancipate the slaves. People do things to benefit them. There was something in the works for their people to benefit. It is never just here, give freely 100%. 1,000. No, it's none of that. It's a lie. These things are gradual things that happen. Constructs. A block on top of a block. It had to start a particular way. Start down in the mud, dirty. Then they stack, build it up to a point. You know? Yeah, it appear like peace and safety. But before any destruction, it always seemed like peace and safety. You ever been through a hurricane? Yeah, when people say the calm before the storm. I wonder if people have experienced a real hurricane. The calm is a different calm. It's eerie. Eerie, I'm telling you. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving. All the animals already fled away and seek hiding. Eerie, I'm telling you. As a younger man, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I've never felt this for the time I've been here on earth. This is something different. So yeah. So far along, man. It is so far along. I don't want to ramble too much though. You know. We go through stages in life and we make adjustments. And I realize how long I've been growing my hair. A red cardinal. Yeah. So yeah, I was saying that I never expected my hair to grow this long. Never liked combing my hair. Always had a cap. You know, my caps had to sit a particular way, manipulating the peak. And like use that way caps today. You know? I don't know if I've ever seen two red cardinals. Huh. But anyway. So you know, I think back at how long I've been growing my hair. And the reason was a good reason. Around that time my grandmother passed. And I was in a certain mindset and I felt like I needed to transition. And she kind of helped me to do that. She was a church goer. But she's the cause of the hair. Through inspiration, you know. And my eating habits. So now I'm getting older. I feel like my hair is too long. You know. I washed my hair last night, and my hair is now touching the ground. People always ask me if it's too heavy on my head. It's not heavy because I guess I'm used to it. You know, the rate at which it grows, and I usually have on a turban, so it's up. You know, but I can feel the center of gravity is different when you have it up and down, obviously, with this much hair. There's certain moves I can't do. If I go to the basketball court, I know that my head can affect me because of the center of gravity is different. So over the years, I had to adjust to those things because I used to like to play. You know, it's a little heavy on the scalp, you know. Pulling and tugging in some instances, you know. Small bald spot, here receding a little bit. So after washing my hair last night, I began to think about time. You know, time can be growth, can negatively affect you, positively affect you. I think it positively affected me. I appreciate the time spent to find certain truths, you know. I'm not sure if my truth is everybody else's truth. I know there's certain absolute truths, you know. But yeah, people are not allowed to live the way that they want to live and find what they want to find. You know, they want to be, the way the world is set up is like they want to guide you in their direction. I guess that is my rebellious nature. Maybe slightly stubborn, like everybody should be, I think. You know, sometimes there have to be a level of resistance for change. You know, just that you can't go overboard, and you can't be overly anything that you can't receive messages and frequency, you know. But I think people should question everything, you know. And we're all children of the Most High. Gifted life. It means something. Can't just be that group is special. Like, no, we've been put here. It's not an accident. You know, space is not an accident. It has always been. This is why I get confused about people not revering and respecting life. You know. And enough time has passed where we should understand certain things. I could never consider a God in a book more than a man in front of me, or a woman, or a child. I could never do that. That would make no sense. Because the irony is, this God would have to be so powerful that it could not have any insecurities. And it would be selfless, he or she or it, and would prefer me to consider what surround me There's a song that I love by Vaughn Benjamin of Midnight. And the hook goes, love who you got so close at least. We should love who we have so close at least. We really don't have to look too far for what's important. You know. Continue in good speed. Love and honor and power and light.